video we will see how we can leverage our knowledge of strokes to create a variety of a set of 6 lowercase alphabets from F through K. This video is a continuation of a video I did last week where I did a similar activity for alphabets A through E. So if that's something you'd be interested in watching, then click on the link that appears most probably on the top right of your screen, or you can also find the link in the description box below. Hi, I am Neha from Artpreneur. I share tips and tricks about easy to create art, and my current series focuses on modern calligraphy. Before we begin, I would again like to stress upon the importance of practicing your drills and how it is one of the easiest ways to improve your calligraphy or hand lettering skills. Also, always use guidelines and guide marks for practice. It helps in staying consistent in terms of shape and size of the strokes that you're practicing, and then these consistent repetitive actions go on to become your muscle memory. Now, I covered variations for alphabets A, B, C, D and E in the previous video, and today we will be starting with alphabet F. We will first break down our alphabet F into its basic strokes. So if you have observed the lowercase alphabet F carefully, you'll know that it consists of one ascending loop, one descending loop and two entry and exit strokes. Now this stroke is called both the entry and exit stroke depending upon where it is used. The first set of variations can be created by changing the shape or the size of the ascending loop or the descending loop or both. Now, creating a variation of a single alphabet is quite simple. You just create a variation in one particular stroke and you have the alphabet in a completely new style. But one of the most important things to remember while creating these variations is that when your aim is to create a font, similar strokes should look the same across all alphabets, else your font will end up looking unprofessional. Another way of creating variation in the lowercase alphabet F is by changing the point where the loops terminate. Now, the loops can either terminate at the baseline or above and below it while changing the distance between the loops. Now, creating variations is great, but you also want to keep in mind that you want your lowercase alphabet F to look like an F. So you need to keep a healthy balance in these variations. This next variation completely eliminates the ascending loop and replaces it with the entry stroke. Now, variations within this variation can be created by either changing the point at which your loop terminates or changing the size, that is the width of your loop. The next variation is a print style lowercase f and is essentially an upside down ligature stroke. It is not ideally used in any hand lettering or calligraphy fonts or styles that resemble cursive or running handwriting, but you can use it when you're trying to create a fun and carefree look with your alphabets. Also, a slight variation you can create in this print style F is by changing the point at which you cut the downstroke of the alphabet F. This next variation is the one where we only have the descending loop. The only change we'll be making here is that we'll curve the downstroke of the descending loop a little bit at the top. The next alphabet we have is the lowercase alphabet G. It is made up of an entry stroke, an oval and a descending loop. Again, the first variation here will be created by changing the size of the oval. This change can be in terms of height, width or both, and this variation applies to all alphabets that have an oval in it. What I've shown you here are just a few examples. Using these techniques, you can obviously create a lot more variations that are true and original to your own hand lettering style. The next variation can be created by pinching the oval at the top right And you can create further variations by changing the angle at which the final upstroke of the oval is created. A few other variations could be created by either changing the distance between the oval and the descending loop or curving the downstroke of the descending loop. The next variation involves a very simple change, that is, you either change the size of the loop or the point at which the loop terminates. This next variation can be created by changing the point from which we start our descending loop. And this last variation can be created by not closing our descending loop. The next alphabet we have is the lowercase alphabet h. It is made up of an ascending loop and an overturn combined with an entry and exit stroke. Just like all the other alphabets that we have seen up till now, the simplest way to create a variation is by changing the size of the loops. The next variation can be created by extending the downstroke of the overturn to go a little bit beyond your baseline. This is usually done in bounce lettering, where you want to create a wave-like symmetry between your alphabets. We can also create variations by changing the size of the overturn, either in terms of height or width or both. Or we can also create a variation by creating a difference in distance between the loop and the overturn. Another way of creating a variation is by completely eliminating the ascending loop, and then with this version of H, you can apply all the same techniques that we have applied above to create further variations. We can also create a variation by giving a slight curve to the downstroke of the H instead of using a simple straight downstroke. Another variation can be created by changing the position of the entry stroke, which ends up changing the shape of your ascending loop, and you end up creating a completely new style for your alphabet H. What you can also do is, you can change the position of your entry stroke in the version of H where you do not have a loop. The next alphabet we have is the lowercase alphabet I, which is basically an entry stroke, a ligature and a dot. Now, there aren't a lot of variations possible with this alphabet because essentially it is just one single stroke, but here are a few variations that you can try. The next alphabet we'll look at is the lowercase alphabet J, which is a combination of an entry stroke and a descending loop along with a dot. The next alphabet that we have is the lowercase alphabet K, which is a combination of an entry stroke and ascending loop, an unusual shape that is essentially a loop combined with a curved tail and an exit stroke.